Hello, how are you? It's Jennifer. I'm back again, your happy life coach, to talk about more topics, more stories, and hopefully more life lessons that help us to achieve more happiness in our everyday lives. Okay, so what's today's topic? Well, today, I thought we'd talk about quiet time and how important quiet time is to achieving more happiness in your life. I know some of you are already thinking now, what the heck does that have to do with anything? Oh, here we go. Let's start. Now, what do I mean, first of all, by quiet time? What I mean by quiet time is our lives are so busy. We're at work all day, we're talking to people, we're driving home. Typically, we'll have the radio on. We have DVDs or MP3 or iPod or whatever. We're playing some type of music. We're playing something. Something is constantly going. There's some noise. There's some sound. There's something always in our background. Then we get home. Most of us, the first thing we do is we turn that television on or that radio, or we get on social media or something. And consequently, there's never any quiet time. There's never any time. We're not allowing time where we actually shut everything out, every external thing out. No music, no scandal, no shows, no cable, no nothing, nothing. Just shut it out and stop. Now, why would this make a difference? You're probably thinking, why would this make a difference? It makes a huge difference. We're so busy and filled with busyness behind us, around us, coming at us. Our brains are taking in subliminally all of the things it sees, it hears. And believe it or not, all of those things impact what you do, how you do, what you say, how you act, your temperament, everything. A lot of us don't realize how all of these outside influences actually change us, hurt us. What do I mean by hurting? What I mean is when there's always something going, you never have that time where you shut everything out and can kind of bring things back into perspective. A lot of us, if you really sit back and start thinking, why do I like certain things? Why do I do certain things? What made me go there? A lot of the times you don't even know why. You kind of just did it because that's what you heard. Someone told you. It was on a commercial. It was in the movie. It was on the radio. It was here. It was there. It was just all these different things. And before you know it, you've been herded to start acting or doing things that are not always in your character. So, quiet time, I believe, is very important because what it does, you need to shut that out. And I know some of us are uncomfortable. I know quite a few people that when I mention it to them, they go, no, I can't stand when I don't hear something, or I can't sleep if I don't hear something. See, when you shut everything out, it brings things into perspective. What's really going on in life? Because now without all of that busyness and all of those other things subliminally hurting you to these other directions, okay, without all of that stuff, guess what happens? You come out, the real you. The you that's been buried under all of this busyness and noise and things coming in. Now, all that stuff that's in there, you, it's a stop and go, why am I doing that? Or what is this that I'm doing? You know what? I can handle this a better way. I didn't think of that before. Oh my gosh, idea. I've been wanting to start a business for a long time. Wow, that's it. This is it. It forces you to think about your life. And I know that's scary for some of us. Some of us don't want to think about our lives, but you need to. If you're going to make any positive changes that lead to more happiness, you need to think about your life. It eliminates that outside influence and interference, and that's what it is. Our brain is like a big antenna. And it's pulling everything in. Things that you may not directly notice just got sucked in. It opens our spiritual paths, allows us to just really hear messages and really feel the right way to go. I know a lot of us say, oh no, when I get home, I gotta have something on. But you need to, even if it's just an hour a day, shut it all down. Shut everything down. Meditate. Pray. Sit there and do nothing. Take a nap. Something will be revealed in your dreams. Whatever. But turn the world off. Give yourself that quiet time. When you finish with those things, now that you have a better perspective of things, you're thinking about your life and what you're doing and what you're not doing, eliminating that outside interference, opening up those spiritual paths, that energy, you have better decision making. You're no longer in robot mode. And that's what I was calling hurting. What ends up happening, like I said, so much is coming from the outside. What to eat, what to wear, where to go, what to do. And it's not always good for you. But we do it because it's been being programmed in us. We're constantly being bombarded with things coming at us and without any filters. Because we think it's just a little entertainment or just something to keep me going or something to keep me away or something to keep my mind off of things. But stop putting those things on to keep your mind off things. The thing is, that thing your mind wants to think about, there's a reason for it. You need to put your mind on that thing and come to an understanding, get it put in perspective, and make a better decision about it. Stop using and letting those things come in and alter you. Because now that thing that you want to avoid, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, it's not getting better. The situation is not getting better. It's getting worse. And now the way you're going to handle it, it's not always going to be the best because you're in robot mode. All of those subliminal messages are coming from the media, coming from the television and the radio and all, the songs we hear. Things people are saying, just that nonstop chatter, it eliminates you using your given ability to analyze and assess and weed out the junk. And it eliminates that true clarity. You'd be surprised at how things become so clear to you when you shut out everything and sit down and just that way you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that before. Wow. And it helps you to stop repeating the same errors. Because being that we're so busy with all the noise and everything that's coming in, a lot of the times we don't even realize we're recycling errors over and over again. Over and over. There's so many things we end up not noticing about ourselves because we don't take the time to hear ourselves, to feel ourselves. We're listening to everything else, and a lot of us are just afraid to hear ourselves. So shut it down. I know it's going to be a little scary for some of us. Shut it down. Do nothing. Hour a day, just at least. Shut it down. No television. In my house, my husband was a big television watcher, and I never was. And he had to have something on all the time. So I had to come to a compromise with him. I said, can we at least have one day no television? So we started out at least small, Tuesdays, TV Tuesdays, and no television. And on that day, he has to sit down and think or read or analyze. And we started there. I've already been doing this. This is part of who I am. I've always done that. I've been with my son a certain time of day. And I know some of us was like, we have kids. How can I shut it down? I sat down and explained it to my child. I said, for me to be a better mother, to be a better parent to you, I need to make sure I'm okay and I'm in a happy place. To make sure that there's a certain time of day when it can't be about you. Because everything was about my son. So a certain time of day, I sat him down. I said, okay, from 6 to 7, I need you to go up to your room and work on this puzzle or something, whatever, something. Or I had taught my son also at that time to meditate. So I was like, I need you to go to your room and either meditate or work on this or whatever for an hour. Do not call me. Do not text me. Do not intercom me. Do not do anything. Do not say anything. Stay quiet. And he learned to accept that. He learned to do that. And that hour of shutting down everything, including my child screaming mommy, helped so much. It helped him. It started him doing the same thing. It's nothing. No television. No this, no that. And it helped so much. It helped me put a lot of things into perspective, things that were worrying me. Because even though you try to ignore that stuff, the other day they're still popping in your head, little things like, oh, man, what am I going to do? You never get to fully think it out and come to a clear decision on it or the best decision on it, because you're all this stuff, all this static, all this interference. Let's remove that. So by doing that, we come to a point we get more peace of mind, better decision making. And when you have peace of mind and better decision making, you have more happiness. So that's our life lesson for today. Let's turn off some of those things. Stop going to sleep with radios and televisions on. All of those things that are happening in that show while you're sleeping or in your subconscious state, affect how you think. And you don't even realize it. Turn it off. Let nothing, no sound, nothing. Just think. Just think. Let yourself dream your clear dreams. Dreams that are going to tell you what you might need to hear, your message. Not the dreams that were invoked as a result of the show you were watching when you fell asleep. So that's our lesson today. Quiet time, very important. Don't keep that television, that radio, that computer, and all those other busy things on at all times. Give some time to yourself to recognize who you really are and what's the best thing that you can do for whatever situations you're trying to work through.